Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw is Mahomes. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll drop to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash, because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked it on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. A big play there for KC. 44 yards. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Mahomes takes it himself, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Chiefs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. But first down, Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Hurts going to keep it again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
18, second down. Here's Hurts. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On first down, Mahomes, and this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
Ready, break! Hey,
they'll throw on first down with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Just a 1-yard loss that time, and that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a two-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 51 yards. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34.
Combination there because you're going to find a way to clear the guy running the drive. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time out, you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
43, 15.
Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, 27 yards. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Running right, here's Sanders. Taken down at the 42.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
19 right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
They'll try with McKinnon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mahomes. Dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and going. And we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Hurts to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Come back, Buffalo 18!
Back to throw.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jerry Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Are they ever? Because the deficit they faced